Whenever you're ready, sir. We rolling? Officially?
We are, officially.
Okay.
Good?
I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, cool.
And action.
Hey guys, welcome to the very second episode of the Four Honors podcast, where a friend and I get together and we talk about random topics involving tech, games, and life for your entertainment. As always, I'm Tyler, and this is Jaylene.
Yep. I am officially a regular. This is my second episode.
Ooh,
I made it in the first two. I'm pretty proud.
How long of a role do you think you're going to be?
I think this will end my streak. I think you'll replace me after this.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like I'll be gone for a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Like, you might go 2 or 3 episodes without me.
A couple episodes.
I'll be hiding in the corner, and you'll finally just be like, okay, come back on. So, I'll be back soon after this one, I think. Maybe I'll be in the third.
Ooh.
But...
should I have like a count? Like we should do like a
counter
streak count of like who's on the most,
yeah.
And then at the end of like a year or something.
Whoever has the most gets their picture underneath Gregory Yelman, which is this guy who I named. Fun fact.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that'll be my face on the wall.
So instead of Burguy's Pekka Chandler of the month, it'll be
Jaylene's picture on the wall for
podcaster of the year.
Most podcasts, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so first topic.
All right.
Adulting.
Oh God. All right.
What you do that tells you you're an adult, and what you're bad at doing.
Okay. You want me to start this?
Yes, I do.
Okay. First off, I'm bad at all of it. I'm really
kind
of just winging it.
Fair enough.
What do I do that's good? Or how I know I'm doing good?
Yeah.
My rent's paid for this month.
Okay.
And my power's still on because I paid the electric bill. That's a pretty good sign. I actually this month I paid my rent a day early.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna overachieve this month. So that's how you know you're doing it right. You don't only pay your rent, you pay it 1 day early. I would say another thing is your fridge is stocked. It's not empty. Your dishes are done. I'm going on house stuff. My brain's on the house. I'm trying to think what else. Adulting.
I mean, honestly, adulting's kind of tough.
It is. There's certain things, like, last week I went to the doctor's for the first time by myself. I would say I did that pretty right. My mom made me a doctor's appointment, and she's like, it's on this day. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, you're going, right? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay. Kind of, like, hit me hard. It's like, I don't know. Stuff like that. When you successfully go to an appointment, I think, and you go on time and everything works out.
That's when you know you've hit like.
I think that's a pretty successful thing in adulthood, because a lot of times like you'll have a doctor's appointment or something, or like you have to be somewhere. At times like your mom or somebody will kind of tag along. Yeah. But it's like, nope, you're alone.
Okay, so what about? Let's see here. We covered the whole appointment thing and the boring house stuff. How do you feel about phone calls?
I'm getting better at them. Because I have to answer the phone at work, which is, I never answer phones. Someone will call me. If I don't know the number, hang up.
You hang up. Yeah, same.
But, yeah, at work, it's like, hey, you have to answer the phone. And I'm like, do I have to? There was one time I was at work, I had to call somebody and let them know, like, we did a meat order for them, and they're like, okay, and I was the only person in the meat department that day, and they're like, you have to call this person and tell them that their order is ready. I'm like, do I? Like, nobody else can do it. And it took me a good, like, 5 minutes before I actually dialed the number and called. I'm getting better, though, with that. Mostly because I have to do it at work. But, like, in my personal life, not really. Mm-hmm. I don't really call anyone. Sometimes I call my mom more now. Even though she lives right next door, I still call her. I think more than what I did. I call my grandma, I think, more than anyone else. Just because, you know, she lives far away. She needs to hear from me. I told you about this before, but I very recently started, like, calling my brother on a regular basis. Yeah. Which is something we never really did before. We would sometimes call each other. But we call each other about, 2 or 3 times a week now. Yeah. Because, we live about 40 minutes away. Mm-hmm. And we have for a while now. But I think now it's kind of like, he doesn't come home every weekend. Mm-hmm. He's not really going to school. And I work some of the weekends. So it's not even guaranteed we'll see each other. Yeah. Like every week like it was before. And we just started calling each other. That seems very, adultish to me. Because it's like, how often do you just, call your siblings just to talk to them? So that really kind of hit me, too. It's like, we're officially adults now.
Well, that's we have this running joke with Gabe that he uses the phone the most because one time we went to go check, pay the phone bill and whatever, and it tells you the total of minutes that each person has used each month and everything. His average was 2.5 minutes.
That doesn't surprise
the entire month, 2.5 minutes. We're like, good job, Gabe.
Who's the lucky person that he called for?
Honestly, it was probably me calling him and being like, hey, what do you want from McDonald's and Wendy's? That was it. That was the extent. Or hey, I just picked up pizza. You better have the plates out by the time I get home.
Just little things like that.
That was it. And it was
so funny.
Okay, hangs up.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think phone calling is something you do more of when you're older. Yeah. It's like, I was in high school, I didn't call anybody.
Yeah. Same.
It's but now I feel like I'm always calling people. Or always have to. Or,
yeah.
I don't know, I phone called more than what I ever did before.
Okay, how about this? Because I feel like this one's kind of dead now.
Okay.
Mail.
Send out, letters and stuff?
Yeah. Have you done that recent? Because, to be honest...
I send out, Christmas cards.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
That's kind of it, right?
Yeah, I know the big thing was, paying your bills, but you do that online now. Most people do. Yeah. That's what I do. I don't think I ever mail anything. I think the only thing I really send is Christmas cards, or I'll send a Mother's Day card to somebody, or a happy birthday card. Okay. Even then, you just text people. Yeah. Which is kind of now that I think about it, it's not as personal, I guess. But it's it's just so much easier, and you don't have to buy a stamp. And I don't know. Maybe it's just dying out.
I kind of feel like it is. I mean, I couldn't tell you when the last time was I purposely sent something out. Yeah. Or how often do you really check your mailbox?
I don't. I haven't checked mine since I moved in.
And that was a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope my aunt's not watching this. Yeah. I haven't. I'll probably do that tomorrow, now that I reminded myself that I need to do that.
Fair enough.
I don't think anything's coming.
Yeah, no, I mean, nothing really important happens in the mail, and, if there
Unless
is
you get summoned for jury duty, then check your mail.
Oh, that's true.
But I just got summoned a few months ago, so I don't think they'll be summoning me again anytime soon.
Thankfully, that hasn't happened to me yet. It's happened to my mom in, the past 2 months, 3 times, so...
My court date got canceled, though, so I lucked out this first time. And I didn't have to go.
Not looking forward to that at all. Yeah. I think that's another level of adulting, too.
It was one of those things, because my mom got the letter from the courthouse first, and she opened it, because at first she was kind of, concerned. She's like, well, what happened? So she opened it, because I was living with her at the time. And she handed it to me when I got home from work, and she just thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, that's not funny. But my date got canceled, and I didn't have to go. So I'm like, hopefully I don't get another one of those anytime soon.
Yeah. I guess... I don't know if there is anything else of like adulting wise. I mean, like,
yeah,
everything's kind of
I would
generalized and it kind of happens over time, but
yeah, I would say like the main thing is like doing your chores. You know, if you live on your own,
by yourself without being told.
Yeah, which is hard. It really is.
Finding time to do that.
And then like you go into like appointments and stuff. Really, just I would say just being managing yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
I think another big one is probably cooking.
Cooking's hard. Like, I always liked cooking. Yeah. You live out on your own, and it's like, I think I said this in the last episode. Like, I hate planning meals. It's so hard. I didn't think it'd be so hard. Like, cause I'm like, I love to cook. I'll cook dinner every night. Yeah. Last night I had mini corn dogs for dinner because I'm like, I don't feel like cooking. I don't have anything else. So.
Yeah, I think that's when you know you're an adult, is when you have to actually plan meals.
And, like, fend for yourself.
And fend for yourself, yeah. Like, you're not going out and buying fast food every single night.
Yeah.
And you have to be like, okay, what do I have in my fridge and what do I need?
It's also a weird thing when you move out and there's so much, like, stuff in my kitchen that, like, we always just had at our house because it's just basic kitchen stuff. You move out and it's like, I don't have any of that.
You have none of it.
So you go to cook something, it's like, I don't have any, like, vegetable oil. Mm-hmm. Or it's like, I don't have any cooking spray. Okay. Or, like, things like that.
Good point. Because I think the official mark of your adulting is when you buy things that you don't enjoy or that you don't want to get. Yeah. Like, for example, a plunger. Who goes out and is like, yes, today I am getting a plunger? I mean, no one.
I have a confession to make, because there was one that was in my aunt's house. It was just old, and it's like, you know. Yeah. Replace the plunger. And I didn't want to go buy one, because I'm like, why would you want to buy one? My mom still hasn't noticed, but in our house we have a 2-story house, and we have bathrooms on each floor. Yeah. I stole the toilet plunger from the upstairs bathroom because that was my bathroom when everyone else moved out. So it's like, I'm not buying a plunger. It's been in my house for like over 2 weeks, so she has not noticed.
See that's
because
like
I asked her if I could have it, and she's like, "No, you have to go buy one," and she thought it was funny. So I went and stole it, and she hasn't noticed. I'm like, she should have known. She should have checked after I asked her that. She should have known that was coming next.
Or like, not even that, but like just furniture or normal stuff that you need around your house. I kind of enjoy doing it just because I think it's fun and exciting.
I had you over to hang up, like, you were just helping with general things. You definitely enjoy it more than I do. We were hanging stuff up in my bedroom, and you were like measuring stuff out. You're making it look nice. The room looks great. I love it. But the whole time I'm like, can I hammer in this nail now? Can I do this now? I'm so impatient. So you definitely you get the enjoyment out of that. You're going to love it when you move out and have your own place.
Have my own place?
You're going to absolutely enjoy it. Like, just decorating and hanging up stuff, getting it perfect. And I'm just going to be there trying to help, just being like, yep.
I think the one thing that I don't like is probably painting. I kind of find painting a little annoying.
I didn't do a lot of that in my house. Yeah. A lot of people helped me. I did my bedroom. I did the hallway. I did the first coat in the living room.
Yeah, we just went for a food run.
And that was pretty well all I painted. And the rest got just painted for me. So thank you to everyone who painted my house. Shout out to my aunt and my mom.
Or like, I'm trying to think of other things. So one thing that I find also kind of hilarious and ironic is buying a wallet.
Which I just have a purse, and I've got one of those satchel purses, and it's got the like little like credit
pocket
card,
or whatever
like
inside
compartments.
Of it. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't ever buy a wallet.
No, but like you go out and you're like, oh, my wallet's falling apart. I need a new one. And so you go out and you're like trying to find the right one, and they have like 50 different versions of a wallet, and you're like, I just want a simple one that holds my money. You know, like, I don't want anything fancy. I don't want this trifold. I don't want any fancy flaps inside of it. Yeah. I just want a simple wallet that holds my money. But you go out and they charge you like $30 for a wallet, and you're like, I'm spending money for something that I need to hold my money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend $30, and that's the $30 less that I have to put in this new wallet.
In my wallet. It's like, my wallet's empty now, because I just spent it all.
It's like, I have no money to put in this wallet.
Yeah. It's kind of like that with buying a purse, except for they're more expensive, but
yeah.
At least it's like, you get the fashion factor from it. It's like, oh, it looks nice. So it's like a wallet.
We have a wallet.
Yeah.
What color do you want, brown or black?
You could be bold. Like, Burguy's got that Pikachu wallet.
Oh my god. Okay. Brown, black, or Pikachu.
Those are
what color of your wallet do you
options.
want? Like, that's insane. So, pretty much, adulting is hard.
Yeah.
And you know you're adulting when you buy things that you don't necessarily look forward to.
Yeah.
Any other factors that you have of, like, knowing you're an adult that you can think of?
I think so. I think we covered most of it. I think it's just, I don't know. It's a lot of doing things that you're not used to.
Yeah.
That might be also kind of, like, weird.
A lot of challenges that you're like, I didn't have to do that before.
Yeah. A lot of things that you just didn't realize were going to be there. Like, not even just, like, moving out, but just the fact that, like, you have to start doing things for yourself, and someone's not going to do them for you.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. There's still things that, like, I don't have to do, because, like, my mom does them for me. She's like, I made you this hair appointment, and I just have to show up for it. I mean, I remember when I had to, like, go drive to my first hair appointment by myself, and it's like, one day I'll have to make them. So it's just things like that, you know, just not used to doing. The good thing is they all kind of seem to come just a little bit at a time.
Yeah,
they
it's
just
not
slowly
like they
add
hit
up.
You all
yeah,
at
least in my case. So
yeah, that's kind of what I've experienced.
Yeah,
too, but
just
I need to be better at cooking.
I would say
for sure. I need to put more effort into it because I don't.
I would say the past like week I've been getting better at cooking for myself and like just buying groceries in general.
Yeah.
And like trying to plan out like what I'm going to eat that day. I would say that's one of my biggest ones.
Yeah, I think that's something that I need to work on more because I don't. So I guess another thing, on to topic 2 now.
Okay.
Because I think we exhausted topic 1.
I think we got through it, yeah.
Things that exist that shouldn't.
Okay.
So, for me, one of the things, and this is stupid, I'm sorry if you actually have any of these, but I am
We're
sorry.
sorry in advance if we offend anybody.
I don't want to offend anyone, but I do need to, like, make this point here.
Tyler needs to vent, so you're all just gonna have to, like not be offended right now.
An ostrich pillow.
Which he told me about
before
we started.
Which is a pillow that you literally put your face, not just your face, your whole head.
You put your whole head into.
And your hands, and you sit your head on the desk.
Basically, you're like this, and then you're like that.
And they promote it for you to use it at your office. I'm sorry, but if you walk past anyone that's doing this at an office, you can't tell me you're not going to make fun of them.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm 100% behind this idea of this. What is it, an ostrich pillow?
An ostrich pillow, yes.
I wouldn't use it, like, around people, because it would look kind of weird, but
that's how they promote it. Like, they promote it on a plane in an office.
I would use it on a plane.
I mean,
on a plane, who cares? It's like, everyone is kind of just, like, trying to get comfortable.
Okay, fair enough. Everyone's just trying to get through the plane ride.
Yeah. On a plane, I would definitely use one of these. Anywhere else in public? Probably not. I would use it at home. Definitely.
Why? What benefit would you have using it at home? Like, why wouldn't you just nap?
There's taking naps, and, like, you ever, like, get bored of, like, where you take your naps?
Yeah. And then you, like,
it's like,
pick another spot or whatever. But
you're sitting at the kitchen counter, you know, your little counter set with the bar stools or whatever. That's my setup. And, you're just listening to a podcast, much like this one, and then you're like, you know, I want to relax a little bit. You just bust out your ostrich pillow, just kind of hang out right there. I would use it. I think it would be a new level of relaxing.
you'll never see me with an ostrich pillow. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
How about you?
I don't know.
What ones do you have? I feel like that's the main one. I'm like,
that's your
really?
main one? I'm trying to think what I have. Like, not things that I've seen that just shouldn't exist.
I feel like most of them are like as seen on TV products.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I think if they market it as seen on TV, don't buy it. It's not worth your time.
Which are usually the ones I want to buy. Like, what are those, like, exercise boards where you, like, go back
the twist it?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are fun for, like, 5 minutes. And it's fun when you do it in public and you get people stopping and looking. But I don't think that would be, like, something I would religiously do. Because
like,
they sell it with a video and everything. Like, you're supposed to do it
like
with people.
Oh, no. I don't know. I feel like there's a ton of things that I see and I'm like, that shouldn't exist. But I can't think of any. If you said that, the first thing I thought of was man buns. And I'm like, but then I say that, I'm like, some guys can pull off a man bun. So I'm like, those should exist, but
yeah,
get them right. That's your PSA.
Get it right. Know if you can pull it off or not, and then decide.
Make your choice. I don't know. I'm with you. A lot of like as seen TV things are pretty ridiculous, but I always catch myself thinking like that'd be cool. Snuggies are pretty impractical. I had one before.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually used a Snuggie?
I have. Not my own, but I have.
I got one
to see.
I got one as a gift when I was younger. I don't remember from who, and they're awful.
I don't get it. Like just use a blanket.
I ended up using mine as a robe, like just wearing it that way. Because,
that way, yeah.
Like the front way was stupid. I'm with you. These as seen on TV products.
I think it's the as seen on TV products. Like, have you seen those like dream tent things too that they
for the kids?
Yes, for the kids. They like
yeah.
Hook it up. Okay, so they always show that there's like the objects are lighting up or whatever, so the kid's laying there and they can like see the objects or the images or whatever. How many people have their entire bedroom lit up when they're sleeping? Like, you're not gonna see those images.
That's true, yeah.
When the lights are off and you're literally in a dome.
You remember when like pillow pits were a big thing?
Yes.
Did you ever get one?
No.
Oh my gosh, I had one. I had a panda bear. And then
at least that functions as a pillow.
I think I still have it somewhere. But yeah. And then I remember they came out with the pillow pets, but they had the light up backs.
Yeah.
And it's like, who about that?
And like projected it or on the wall or ceiling or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, no, not a fan of that. I don't know. If it's marketed as seen on TV, don't buy it.
Or do, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Another thing that shouldn't exist? Dumb fashion shows. I'm sorry, but like 90% of these fashion shows and clothes that they come out with, no one's wearing them.
I'm very against that. Because I think fashion is very much an art form now. I think a lot of like the fashion shows, you're just making a statement anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not like you're marketing clothes.
Like, you're not trying to actually sell this. Yeah, you're just like, look at what I can do.
I kind of like it. It's kind of like, oh, I want to like wear something like that.
I think it's hilarious. I think we should actually make this an entire video. We should sit down and we should run through these different looks and just give our honest opinion.
We should. That'd be a good video.
Because I feel like that would be entertaining in of itself.
Yeah, we're disagreeing on a lot of these things.
Okay, so let me give you like some examples here.
Okay.
There's this sweater, or no, it wasn't a sweater. It was a jean jacket.
Okay.
That the sleeves themselves were like 6 feet long. This jean jacket was an $800 jean jacket. You're telling me that you would buy?
I'm not saying I would buy it. It's like I wouldn't buy the clothes. I would buy tickets to the fashion show to see these things.
So you'd want to see the fashion show. You wouldn't buy the clothes.
I see it as more of like a form of entertainment than like a form of like business anymore.
I almost feel like you have to.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
some things are just so ridiculous, but it kind of like I know, it just reminds me so much of art. Like, you see something.
Yeah, I mean, I think
like,
that's kind of what
I think that's how clothes have always been, but I think with, like, some of the fashion shows nowadays, that's kind of what it's come into.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of like it. I wouldn't buy any of the clothes, personally. Mostly because I couldn't afford them, but, I think it's just interesting to see what some of the people come up with. Some of the stuff's just, like, hideous and awful. And...
Yeah.
But
100%.
That's anything. But, yeah, I'm on board with it, with the weird fashion shows.
You're on board?
Yeah.
100%. Not sold. Not sold at all.
Wow, we're really disagreeing on this topic.
100%.
On everything you bring up. I'm just like, nah, disagree.
Anything else? So anything that you have that you're like, this should not exist. Why does this exist?
I really thought I would have something, and I don't.
Fidget spinners? I'm sorry.
Fidget spinners are pretty stupid. I agree with you on that. They're cool for like 2 seconds, and then it's like...
Like, what do you do with it? Like,
fidget.
I don't know.
We
I don't get it.
There was a guy I worked with. I don't know if I should tell the story, but I'm going to. Basically, he brought his fidget spinner to work, and he was too distracted by it. He had it taken away. Like we're in elementary school. I just thought that was funny. I had to throw that in there. I think that every time someone brings up fidget spinners. It's pointless. They get you in trouble.
I mean, there's like... Those things get expensive, too. Like, depending on what you want and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not worth the money at all.
I don't think anyone's, like, using them anymore, either.
I don't think so,
like,
too. Like,
it's kind of like when silly bands were a thing. Like, for a short period of time, and then no one bought them ever again.
And now there's, like, warehouses full of silly bands somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably the same with fidget spinners. So there's probably a warehouse full of fidget spinners somewhere.
I just think that's a weird trend thing. And it's mostly, like, the high school crowd. Or, like,
yeah.
You know, just kids. Children.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah.
I never got it. I don't own one. I never owned one.
Did you see those, like, fidget cubes? Would you get one of those?
I feel like... I don't know if I'd get one. I'm on the fence about those, because I feel like they have...
An actual, like, purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like the fidget spinners were just kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think I might get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if someone, like, got one for me as a gift, I'd be like, oh, cool, thanks, and then I'd mess around with it. But I don't think... Someone got me a fidget spinner, I'd be like, no, take it back,
No,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you.
I'm like, bye.
We're not friends anymore.
So anything else?
I don't think so.
That you can think of? I mean, like, I feel like if we sat down...
I feel like...
And we could make a list.
I feel like we're gonna get done with this. I'm gonna go home, and as soon as I walk in my door, I'm gonna think of something.
So maybe we'll come back to this.
Maybe we'll come back to this.
Maybe we'll come back to this topic at a later episode. Because
Yeah.
I feel like there's more to it. But I think the premise is, if it's an as seen on TV product, don't buy it.
Don't buy it. That's
because that probably shouldn't exist.
That's the lesson that we've learned in this segment.
I think that's what that whole thing says.
Yeah. I really can't think of anything. I know there's something that just shouldn't exist, but
yeah,
can't think of it.
Okay, so then topic 3.
Okay.
What do you think about internet challenges?
Before you say any more, I think they're stupid.
Okay.
I don't like them.
Not at all. None of them.
Not really. You can go on.
Like, I mean, I was gonna ask you, like, what do you think are some that maybe you thought were funny, ones that you thought were completely stupid? Tide Pod Challenge, I'm talking to you. Like, what, like, your whole premise of this, what exactly do you think?
I think they're kind of just like, oh, we'll make a cool video.
Yeah.
For the viewers, and it's kind of like a lazy thing. No,
yeah.
I don't want to say lazy, because a lot of them, you know, are kind of original, you know, still. I don't know. I'd rather see something new, something different. And it's like, I don't know. I just don't get the point, I guess. It just doesn't make too much sense to me.
Okay, so what do you think about, say, we're leaving the Tide Pod Challenge alone, because that's stupid. Don't do that. If you want to eat Tide Pods, good for you, but they don't benefit you whatsoever. The fact that they put it next to... Let's just talk about this. The fact that they put it next to the snack aisle at grocery stores, probably not a good idea, grocery stores. Walmart, I'm talking to you. But anyways, don't do it. Okay? Just ignore the Tide Pods. They're used to clean your clothes and nothing else. That is it. What do you think about, like, the Not My Arms challenge or Not My Hands challenge and stuff like that, or the yoga challenge? I mean, have you like watched any of these?
No, I'm thinking of like the cinnamon challenge, like the ice.
Stupid. Again, you will die. Don't do that.
I remember for a while there was like I think the photo booth challenge, where
the mannequin challenge. Is that what you're talking about?
No, there was this one wasn't that popular, but it kind of was. I think Jenna Marbles started it.
Okay.
And it was basically. Like two people would get together and they would go through like the different photo booth things on their Macs.
Oh.
And they would have to try not to laugh while they were like going through all the different filters and stuff. I don't think that one got too big, but I remember watching some videos on that. That one I liked because I don't know, it had some sort of like originality to it. It's like
it didn't hurt anyone.
No
one died in the process.
Dying of laughter. Dying of fun. I like that one. Mannequin challenge I didn't like. It's just like you see one, you see them all. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't think I'm in the loop, I guess.
So like the Not My Arms challenge. Do you know
Which
what that
I've
is?
never heard of that.
Okay, so basically it's where you get two people together.
Okay.
And you get a giant sweatshirt. Giant sweatshirt, giant t-shirt. This is going. And both people get in this. Okay? But the thing is, the person that's in front isn't controlling their arms. Because the person that puts their arms in the sleeves is the one in the back. So the person in the back can't see what the person in the front's doing. And the person in the front can't control what the person in the back is doing.
Okay.
And typically what happens is they do tasks. Whether it's... Like, one thing was, like, getting ready in the morning. So you have to, like, do your hair, do your makeup, that sort of thing. Or it's trying to cook something, whether it's a cake or breakfast or anything like that. And basically, it's just a hilarious thing to watch. Like,
yeah.
I'll show you later. Because, once again, going back, Jenna Marbles, the queen of internet challenges and all things amazing. She has done this.
Oh, okay.
And it's hilarious.
Maybe I'm just not, like, caught up on the right ones. But it's like, every time I see a new challenge, I kind of just roll my eyes. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's pretty good. If you get the right people, it's pretty good.
Okay.
How about the yoga challenge?
I have not heard of the yoga challenge.
Not heard of the yoga. Okay. So basically, the yoga challenge involves two people again.
Okay.
But they take professional yoga pictures of actual professionals.
I've seen this. Is this when they have
to
like,
try to recreate
them? I've seen that one. That one's pretty good. I do enjoy that one.
And those are hilarious. Because once again, typically no one dies.
Unless you get too extreme with it. Some of those yoga poses could be pretty difficult.
Fair enough. I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon.
I think it's safer than the Tide Pod challenge.
Yeah, I think so too.
A little bit.
Just slightly. I'm trying to think of another, like, big challenge. I mean, those are kind of the main ones that have happened currently. I mean, there's also, it was kind of a challenge, but kind of not. Like the 100 Layers challenge. Do you know about this one?
No, I'm not. Am I really this out of the loop?
I think you are.
I kind of, maybe I am. Just not up to date with my pop culture, all that.
So there was this challenge going around called the 100 Layers challenge.
Okay.
And some would do, like, 100 layers of Oreo cookie filling. And stack 100 layers of Oreo cookie filling and see how tall that is.
Why?
Just to do it. And then there were ones that were like 100 layers of makeup.
Ugh.
So not only would they put one, but as soon as they do it, they would keep doing it.
That picture kind of went viral of that girl, like, she's like, oh, I just got bored and put on like 100 layers of nail polish.
Yes.
Did you see that picture?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Is that like what started it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what started it.
Okay, I did see that picture.
So everyone's like, what else can we put 100 layers of? To the point where there were people putting 100 layers of clothes on.
I figured that's where you were going
like,
with that.
like, it's kind of crazy what they were doing. And then spawning from the 100 Layers challenge that, as far as I know, Jenna Marbles came up with this one. But a face full of rhinestones. Where she took eyelash glue and covered her entire face in rhinestones.
Oh my gosh.
And then spawning from that, everyone else was like, what else can I put my face full of stuff with? To the point where there were eyelashes, and there was like fake nails, and there were cereal.
What would you stick all over your face?
A face full of ice cream, because then I could eat it later.
That's a good idea.
It would be cold.
I thought of
but I could eat it later.
Those little Lego minifigures. I would just take the heads
and glue
stick them all over my face. How redundant would that be? It'd be my face and then a bunch of like tiny Lego faces.
Because some also did another one that was just
ignore that.
No, like, because this reminded me of it.
Oh, okay.
Is that
I thought you were just moving on. No, it was so stupid.
No, there was someone that actually took googly eyes. I forget who it was. And covered their entire face in googly eyes.
I feel like that would just be disturbing.
Yeah. That might have been Jenna again. I think she might have done it twice. I'm not entirely sure.
She's crazy.
Yeah, she is.
In the best kind of way.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love watching her videos. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just kind of weird how they randomly... Someone does it, and then all of a sudden it's this big thing that everyone needs to get involved in, whether it's stupid Tide Pod Challenge or not.
I love how you look at the camera every time you bring that up.
Yes, because I'm trying to prevent people from killing themselves.
We're trying to inform the youth.
Do not do the Tide Pod Challenge. Let it go. Let it die so you don't. PSA.
You remember, like, when, like, the knife song was a big thing?
Yes. Technically, that could be an internet challenge, too.
I don't know why I just thought of that.
Please do not bring that back. Don't do the knife
Don't attempt
song.
that. Don't even look it up.
Don't look it up. If you don't know what it is, don't look it up. It's okay. Your life will be better.
Unless you're really feeling risky. Then
don't look it up.
Look it up.
Don't.
Look it up.
No. Not at all. Do not look it up. Anything else you got for challenges?
I don't think so. I feel like I learned a lot, though, because I feel like I was out of the loop more than I really thought I was.
Yeah, I mean, sometime later, I'll show you some of these.
Okay.
I'll be like, here's what the challenges are.
Here's what you're missing out on.
Exactly. I'll show you another side of YouTube that you're like, wow.
I didn't know. I think I just get wind of all the stupid ones. Those are the ones that usually make their way to, like, Twitter, though. Yeah. And, like, Twitter's just full of just nonsense half the time.
Yeah.
At least my Twitter feed. Maybe I don't follow the right people.
Yeah, I don't ever really look at Twitter. It's typically Instagram. Because
You're mostly an Instagram guy. Yeah. I noticed. I've been using Twitter more lately. Just more than what I usually do. Just for... I don't know.
Why? Why do you think, like... Just like, wonder what people have to say.
You want my real reason?
Yeah, I do.
Last October, I got, like, really into competitive Melee.
Okay.
And a lot of the community is either on Reddit or on Twitter.
Okay.
I got Reddit. I don't think it's for me.
No.
I kind of sometimes use it, but it's like...
There's another video. I will show you
Reddit.
the best sides of Reddit.
It's like...
And we'll just go through all of them and be like, huh.
So, my Twitter feed is mostly just the Melee community. Or, like YouTubers that I like.
Yeah, by the way, we're talking about a video game, if you don't know.
Oh, yeah, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Sorry. So
that's why. That's why you're...
It's because I'm a giant nerd, and I just have to keep up with my favorite esports personalities.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, there you go.
So that's it, huh? Not big into challenges.
Big into Smash.
Big into Smash, not in challenges. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, do you use, like, any part of Instagram like, do you use any of their stories and stuff like that?
Or
do you typically just do, like, the photo post of...
Every time Instagram announces something like that, I always think it's stupid, and I'll boycott it for, like, the first 6 months. And then I'll finally jump on the train. I did that with Instagram first did videos, because they introduced that right around the time that Vine came out, I remember.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, they're just copying Vine, which, I mean,
Yeah.
that worked out real well for Vine, because, you know.
By the way, side note.
Okay.
Did you know that V2 is coming out later this year? It's the second version of Vine.
Oh my god.
They're re-releasing a new version of Vine that they currently are doing, and like a limited amount of people are using it just to test it and see how it's going. And then they're gonna later this year completely release it. And it's supposed to be completely revamped and everything.
Oh, dang. Have you seen my Vines?
Yes.
No.
Don't you remember we got together one time
yeah.
and we pulled it up on the big, like, 55-inch TV,
on the big screen.
and we just went through all of them.
Please don't find my Vine.
It was hilarious.
Don't do it.
I think the website's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they killed it.
R.I.P. But anyway, like, I remember I waited a good 6 months before I actually used Instagram video.
Okay.
I don't even remember what I did. And then I use it every now and then. Usually I don't have any good videos to post on Instagram. And then they announced the story thing, and everyone's like, oh, they're just copying Snapchat.
Yeah.
And I didn't care. It's like, I'm not going to use it. I'll use the stories, though, like, if I'm going out somewhere. Like, you and I, like, we'll go to, like, eat and then, like, to go shopping or something, and I'll post pictures there. Because a lot of times I'll take pictures when I go places like that, and it's like, I don't want to, you know, throw it all over my Instagram.
Yeah.
But it's like, the people should see.
They
so
should see. They deserve to see.
I'll throw it on there if they care enough. But typically I just do the normal photo.
Yeah.
Like, all my video stuff usually goes to YouTube, and then my pictures go to Instagram. All my dumb thoughts go to Twitter. And all, like, my pictures from my grandma go to Facebook. Like, that's what I use my social media for. That's the little train. So.
Okay.
What about you? You don't post a lot, I noticed.
No, recently I haven't. I went through a period where I took a bunch of photos that I did over the summer and edited them. And for about a week straight, I did a daily post.
I remember that. You had all those, like, vacation pictures. I remember one, you said something about missing summer.
Yeah.
And I remember I commented on it. I'm like, no, summer sucks. Because I was so fall.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I need to hop back into that.
Yeah.
But I think the big thing is I need to sit down and look at the photos that I have taken with my camera. Mm-hmm. And figure out which ones are good. Because I need to get, like, for me, I want them to look good.
Yeah.
Like, I want to look good. I want to edit them and everything and make them look nice. Like, typically, most of them probably aren't going to be of me. They're going to be of whatever I find.
Yeah. That's another difference between me and you. Like, we were talking about this last episode about, like, you doing this podcast and really, you know, you have, like, the nice camera, fancy lights, how you're taking it very seriously, you're doing it right. And then you have me with my YouTube channel, and it's just a mess. Our Instagram, or how would I say that? Our Instagram profiles, there we go.
Yeah.
Are, I think, the same thing. Mine's just like whatever I think is necessary that day, and yours is like, it's gonna look nice, it's gonna be perfect, it's gonna look great, and it always looks better than mine.
I need to work on the stories. I love watching Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Like, I do that daily.
I don't ever watch them.
Oh, I love them. Like, I never do Snapchat. Don't ever touch Snapchat.
I deleted my Snapchat like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, like, don't ever touch Snapchat, but I love Instagram stories. Like, it's one of the most entertaining things for me is I'll just, like, sit there and be like, oh.
Yeah, I never watch the stories. I'll add to my own story. Yeah. I expect people to watch it, but I don't watch it. I don't care. Like, no people could, like, watch my story, and I wouldn't care. How do you feel about, because I kind of use this every now and then, how do you feel about Twitter polls?
See,
because I know you don't get on Twitter very much.
I don't.
But I don't know if you had an opinion on that. Because I personally, I love them. And every time I scroll through Twitter and I see a poll, I have to vote on it.
See, I don't know if I have to vote. if I find it interesting, I will vote.
Mm-hmm.
But if I look at it and it's like, Matthew, vote yes or no, and it's like he doesn't have any like good point. It's just him, and it's like a random poll, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, Matthew, you're my friend and everything, but I'm not gonna vote.
Matthew, your Twitter polls like crack me up. I think it's a good feature. I really do. I was curious what you thought.
Yeah, which is interesting. I don't know if you know this. YouTube, they now are doing more of interaction from the content creators.
I heard about this.
To the people watching. To the point where it was initially where you posted like you would on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. You could do like a snapshot, a link to your video, and then you can say whatever you want. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of evolved to now they do have polls that you can do. Say
I saw one on my YouTube feed the other day. I was just scrolling through my subscriptions and I saw ASAP Science posted a poll.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's new.
To the point where now they're incorporating it to where you can put polls in certain parts of your videos.
So like you'd be mid like video and there would be a poll that just pops up.
Yeah. Yeah. Like they could be like, hey, should I do this or this today, guys? Or this in the next video? What do you want to see? Poll above.
Instagram does that too, though, in their stories.
Yeah, which is, it's an interesting thing. I think it's cool because it does connect people better. But I think it's very interesting, just like the fact of like, that level of interaction that they have. To the point where now YouTube is also very limited beta. I've only ever seen iJustine do this. But they're allowing YouTubers to do almost like Instagram stories and Snapchat stories like, within YouTube themselves.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So like you can do not only the live feed, but you can also do like little snippets of whatever you want to do in it, which is interesting because I feel like that's a segment of YouTube it'll be interesting to see how it grows. Because I feel like it's
I feel about that.
I don't know. I feel like it's a whole nother level of connection and YouTube doesn't want other people. Obviously, they see that content creators are using other platforms to try to outreach. And they're like, well, if this is what they're doing, why don't we do it?
And then they could just stay here.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
That does make sense. It's just, maybe it's because it's like unfamiliar to me. The way, I'm curious to see how like YouTube's going to execute this. Because... Or, like, even just how, like, the layout...
Yeah.
Of like, how it changed the layout of YouTube. I don't know. I don't think I would ever think to get on YouTube just to see, like, little, like, snippets of things.
Like, content things.
Yeah. I go on YouTube for when I, like, get home from work and I'm ready to fully invest into something.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'd really have to, like, see that in action to really get an opinion. How do you feel about that?
Currently undecided.
Yeah.
I've never actually taken a part in any of the polls that I've seen, which is weird. You think I would with like how much YouTube content I consume and everything.
I would say, yeah.
But I don't know. I think the reason why content creators use that stuff on different platforms is because it reaches other people.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you leave it inside the YouTube ecosystem, it's not going to get out anywhere. I mean, given the people that follow the content creators, whether it's Jenna Marbles or iJustine or whoever, yeah, it's the people that watch them that typically follow. But I feel like it also leads to more people and more connections if you do it on a different platform. Otherwise, they obviously wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, it's like you... Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like you get more of an outreach if you're going to a different platform entirely. I see why YouTube's doing it. It's better for them, I guess.
Yeah,
in a way, if they keep everyone there.
Yeah, they want to keep everyone
and keep
in
their
business. Ecosystem.
But I think for the actual creator, like the way it is better.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a catch-22 sort of situation. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, 100%. What do you think? Any thoughts on this before we move on to?
Think so.
Final topic?
Just that I'm intrigued.
Okay, final topic. TV shows. Okay. Ones that were cut too short and that deserve a longer run, or ones that have gone on for too long and just need to die and give up right now.
First off, You brought this up. I love Supernatural. It's one of my favorite TV shows.
Yeah.
Last season should have been season 5. That show should have ended a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't watch the new seasons.
I do. I still keep up with it. I actually watched it before we did this.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry that you had to sit through that.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
How are the Winchesters doing? Are they still alive? What's the death count
They
on that?
are. They're still alive. They probably died another 10 times in
Okay.
season 5.
I
Yeah,
think the last season I watched was 9. What are they on now? 11? 12?
I think so. Something like that.
That's so long.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah,
running.
9 was the last one I watched, and then I kind of got through it, and I just caught myself not caring anymore. It's like I've seen most of the stuff already.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just didn't care.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of just kind of the same stuff that they're rerunning through and trying to play like different scenarios off of it. But I mean, it's a lot of the same cast and stuff. Yeah, they've thrown in a few people recently, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just kind of the same situation all over again. Rowena's died a couple times and has come back, so I mean, everyone dies and comes back, and it's kind of like the thing. But yeah, I mean, I'd be completely fine if that ended season 5. Or whatever.
I think the end of season 5 was the perfect ending to that show. I think that's when Eric Kripke, that was the last season he actually worked on. I think,
yeah, I think so.
Unless it's changed since then. But I think that was the last one, and then obviously the new writers and directors came in and kind of took over. I think once he left, that was it. Because I think that's how he wanted to end the series.
Yeah.
And then the CW, I think, kept it going.
They're like, well, it's making us money, so why would we end that?
It's, good idea for them, but yeah. So that one definitely should have ended a long time ago, I think. So that's my first one. You got any?
Ones that should have ended a long time ago. Not really, and I think it's because within the past year, most of the ones that I watch have ended.
I noticed that a lot of the shows you recommend to me, you're always like, oh, it only has 2 seasons, but it's good.
I'm gonna say, if anything, mine is shows that should go longer.
Yeah. Mine's a lot of... I noticed a lot of shows that I liked, or really do enjoy. Scrubs is my all-time favorite TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's perfect. It's has very high comedic points, and then it will just when you're least expecting hit you with the sadness, and it executes it so perfectly. I think around season 7 it just started to get weird.
Yeah.
And then season 8 they had an all new cast, and it was now this oh, we're not just a hospital, we're medical school with med students, and oh, there's the college right across the way. I didn't watch season 8. I watched the first episode and I'm like, no. So I have a lot of shows where it's I think the writers realize that it should end and then they cut it off. They'll have 1 or 2 just awful seasons and then they'll kill it off. So I'm they learned. Supernatural has not learned. I think Scrubs did that. That 70s show did that.
Yeah.
They ended up just getting rid of what's his name? Topher Grace. Mm. And then Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, the show will be fine. No. So a lot of shows like that. One show that I feel very passionate about that I think would have been great if it would have lasted longer is a little cartoon called Danny Phantom. Did you know where I was going with that? Kind of. I think that only had 2 or 3 seasons.
I think so.
I honestly thought it was a great cartoon.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I don't know if it was just because I was a kid, but every time I revisit it, it's still good.
No,
it holds up.
That, Kim Possible, American Dragon, Jake Long.
I didn't watch a lot of Kim Possible.
Really?
I didn't.
Oh, it was great. I was totally in it. I was 100% sold. Watch the movie. I'm sure I still probably have the original movie downstairs. Fantastic.
Okay.
Let's see here. Another one's... other ones that should have ended, if we're doing like cartoons and stuff, Avatar: The Last Airbender, love that show to death. Great ending, but I mean, I could do some more.
Yeah, you don't feel completely like full from it.
No,
you're
like,
satisfied, but it's
100%.
like you can still go for dessert.
Yeah, exactly. Like Invader Zim. Invader Zim. I feel like they should bring that back because that was fantastic. I have the entire series.
Speaking of cartoons, is SpongeBob still going on?
I think it is, which means that it needs to die.
SpongeBob should have died a long time ago.
Yeah.
SpongeBob started to get pretty stupid once we started to like, I think, get into like high school.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit before that.
Yeah, I think that's one that definitely should have died a while back.
SpongeBob was good for maybe the first like 3 or 4 seasons.
Yes.
And I think that's only because we grew up with it.
Yeah.
I feel like if we were adults watching SpongeBob in the early 2000s, we'd like just no.
Yeah. I think if we get out of cartoons, on my list of things that should have lasted longer, The Tomorrow People. Have you watched this?
You told me about it.
I have.
You told me to watch it a few times, and I haven't.
It's fantastic. It's about, there's this new generation of humans, pretty much, that they have the ability to teleport, they have telepathy, and they have telekinesis. But they're also being hunted down by this underground secret government agent. So they have agency. So they have to like keep it quiet that they even exist because this whole government agency is trying to like stop them because they're afraid of what they might be able to do. But the catch with it is that while they have all these gifts or whatever, they're physically not able to kill. So, like, the government agency is trying to hunt them down, but they can't really do much about, like, they can't kill any of their attackers or anything, so they have to try to figure out, like, how to escape and how to survive and, like, live to the point where they have, like, an underground subway station that they pretty much live in. Like, they made their own community underground. It's, like, it's really good. Really good.
You've recommended this to me a few times.
Can't recommend it anymore.
And I just haven't watched it.
Another one, Constantine. That only had 1 season.
I remember when they like announced that they were going to cancel that show.
Yeah.
I remember that's when Matthew first got on Twitter. And I remember his Twitter feed was he's like, save Constantine. Yeah. Save the show. And I'm like, oh my god, who cares? Like,
I wasn't that extreme.
It was all over his Twitter.
But it was a great show. I actually loved it. Like, that definitely should have continued. I'm trying to think of other ones that got, like, 1 season. Like, 1 season, 2 seasons.
Yeah.
The 9 Lives of Chloe King.
I think
it was on ABC Family. It was originally on ABC Family. Okay. I think it only got 1 season. But that was really good. To the point where after watching the 1 season and that was over, I went out and I bought the book. That was a trilogy. And I read that.
Just so you could have more.
Yes. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Most of the shows I watch are generally like longer in seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know why. They just are. So I would say my argument is like, oh, they should have ended. Yeah. But I don't like. I can't think of any more that should have ended.
I think another one that they should bring back, maybe if it was just for like a season revival or something like that. Parks and Rec. Now that'd be hard because like everyone else is doing their own things now. But I think that would be awesome to do for another season or so. I think
Parks and Rec ended on kind of a weird note.
Yeah.
I think they were starting to get to that point where if they would have went on another season, I think it would have gotten to that point where like they need to kill it off. So I think they ended it at the perfect time. I think Friends did the same thing too. Mm-hmm. I think Friends ended, right at the perfect time. I think if it went on any longer, it would have been too long.
Yeah, 100%. But I think it'd be neat to see maybe don't put them back in the same situation.
Yeah.
But maybe figure out how they lived their life after the series ended. And then have a season where it shows just them where they're at now.
Yeah.
I think that could be an interesting concept.
Yeah, Parks and Rec was pretty good. It was a good show.
Yeah.
You know what else is a good show? It has nothing to do with like what we're talking about, but I constantly tell people to watch it because it's so good. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That show, it just like the comedy in it is so good.
This I have not seen.
Which I always recommend it to people.
But it reminds me of another show, New Girl.
Which you've told me to watch, and I
Yes, because it's on Netflix and you need to watch it. Fantastic. It's hilarious, and I'm pretty sure it's like right up your alley.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
I'm like running out of shows to watch. Because I've already watched every show I like, and then I've watched it twice.
Yeah.
I've watched Scrubs all the way through 4 times. Watched Friends all the way through twice. It's like, I gotta find a new show.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of commitment, though.
It is. But it's good. I'll give you a list.
Alright.
Like Beauty and the Beast, the TV show.
Yeah, you were telling me about that one, too.
That one had 5 or 6 seasons, I think. But that one was also...
You recommend a lot of TV shows to me, and then I just don't watch them.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to come over and be like, hey, we're watching this
Force me
tonight.
to watch
it. Yeah. You're like, hey, I brought popcorn. We're watching this
you're
tonight.
gonna sit here and you're gonna watch this show.
I think that's,
That's the idea. That's the plan.
Yeah, I think so. So, anything else?
I don't think so.
Final remarks? Closing comments?
Watch It's Always Sunny. Do yourself a favor. That's all I got.
Don't eat Tide Pods.
Don't eat Tide Pods.
I think that's my closing comment. Don't eat Tide Pods. Watch The Magicians. It's not a show that's ended, and it's not a show that they're going to cut short, but watch The Magicians.
It's Always Sunny.
Currently, we're in season 3. Felicia Day is supposed to show up sometime, and I am excited. Because I got to the book series part where they talked about her, and they have her character in it, and it'll be fantastic. 100%. Watch The Magicians. That's my closing comment.
All right. I think we're good to wrap up.
I think that's it. I think that is officially the end
of
episode 2 of the podcast.
Yeah.
So, I hope you guys have enjoyed for the past hour what we've done. And I hope it brings a little bit of entertainment and excitement to your life, a little bit of joy. And I hope that you guys feel the need to share this with anyone else if you thought that this was funny. It will definitely be on YouTube, probably Facebook, and Anchor, of course. So make sure you leave a comment. Let us know what you think, what we need to improve on, what you thought was good.
What else we could talk about?
What other topics you have, because once again, this is a two-way street, and we would like to hear from you. I will be sure to keep and put all of our socials in the descriptions or wherever so that you can find us individually if you'd like to. And I just want you guys to have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.
Don't look for my Vine.
Don't look for her Vine.
No.
It probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. R.I.P. Vine.
But until next time, have a wonderful life.
See ya.